Donald Trump's latest speech to the military in the US has stirred the imagination of sci-fi fans. He's announced a new frontier for America, outer space, and a special space force to go with it. But as RT's Hanisha Sethi explains, while some had a field day with themed jokes on the internet, others are warning of the dangers of space militarization.
The Army, Navy and Air Forces aren't enough in the battle for world dominance. It's time for new developments, and Donald Trump isn't short of ideas.
Space is a warfighting domain, just like the land, air and sea. We may even have a Space Force, develop another one, Space Force. We have the Air Force, we'll have the Space Force. We have the Army, the Navy.
Trump's comments have captured the imagination of Twitter users, with many wondering whether he'll become the guardian of the galaxy. Or will he be training an army of Power Rangers or stormtroopers ready to fire lasers at any extraterrestrial threats?
Kill it.
And even some of the president's generals seem to be on the same page, or planet.
There is no war in space, just as there is no war in cyberspace. There is only war, and war can extend into any domain.
It's not a new idea. It's been proposed many times in the past, and it's always been rejected. But it is something that people have been promoting again recently. And I think that would be a very negative move, actually, because it would create a constituency whose natural interest then is to further the weaponization of space and create a greater danger of actual war in space.
But not all, though. Both the US Defense and Air Force secretaries have labelled the space plan as unnecessary, bureaucratic and costly. And there has, in fact, been a space command for over 30 years. It's part of the US Air Force and carries out intelligence operations and makes sure space isn't militarised. Then there's also the 1967 Outer Space Treaty, no small obstacle to any American ambitions to put weapons in orbit. It was created to stop the setup of military bases in outer space and address other cosmic concerns. Although the US has previously blocked or abstained from the UN efforts to regulate space weapons.
Since at least the past 20 years, if not beyond that, the United States has had no interest in any discussion of space arms control.
So, although it's hard to tell how sincere Trump is at this point, one thing is for sure, Trump feels the force is with him.